Hello, everybody, and thank you again, Platform and Simona, for this beautiful opportunity to talk about, I don't know if it is right or not, but I don't want to call it the new normality. I think that the new together is the normality. And we, as architects, we worked last year for our first book that was edited by the Plan. It is called Togetherness. So I think that the togetherness could be, of course, a kind of new together, a kind of a new community that could involve all of us. We are architects and we are also interior designer. This is how we generally work. We start with our client with the concept and the storytelling, but at the end, we work until the opening of the building and the structure, because we think that after our work is really important to receive feedback from people, so from the community. And for this reason, today I would like to share with you our research, what we have done in the last 5 years, more or less. But of course, starting from 2020, we have changed a lot our work and also our project, thinking on the weakness of our society and looking at the picture on the left. Maybe someone of you remember when some restaurant or some public space start to change the offer, they think on social distance. That is the opposite of togetherness. That is the opposite of community concept. So in our vision, the community, again, could be the present and the future for our city as we try to reach in our project. We mostly work on hospitality sector, student housing, and work spaces. And if we talk about, for example, flexibility, that in my opinion is completely different from a rigid layout or rigid functional layout of the space, we could think that the new flexibility could be the agility, how architects, interior designer, engineers, but we start to call this category as the new space makers. We are all space makers. We are working to define and design space for people. So again, we need to be very agile in a way, because all the people could use our space in different ways. So again, when we start working, all of you started working from home or from your room, we realized that physical space was enough. Wasn't enough for all of us, but also I think a very hyper-connected space with all the digital devices is not so interesting for me. So we think that in the present and in the future, maybe we could all work in a phygital space. We could have more opportunity to be connected with the people, with our client, and with the community in general. And then at the end, if we talk about the use of the space and this new concept in a way of flexibility, we have to talk about the hybrid spaces. So of course, if we talk about an hotel, for example, in my opinion, an hotel is no more hotel. A school is no more a school. Everything is changed, and we need to understand exactly how to use the space, how to design the space as space makers, I was saying. So today I would like to share with you our design pillars in a way. We have tried to understand how to rethink our work, starting from these 5 pillars. The first one is about community, of course. The second one, again, is about the flexibility of the space. And we need to think that when we end our work, the life will start inside the space. So we must be really flexible, and also our approach must be really flexible, of course. Then again, the so-called agility. So we need to change the layout and the use of the space very quickly. In my opinion, for example, all of you, all of us, we understood that a room could be a gym, or a living room could be a school. So agility means that we need to think on the space without this kind of rigid separation between different functions. And then again, the use of digital devices will change a lot the use of the space. The space will become phygital. And at the end, for example, of course, the hybrid hospitality, the hybrid use of the space changed a lot the use of the communal areas. We have worked for some companies, starting from the former The Student Hotel. Maybe some of you knows this brand. Now they changed the name in the Social Hub. And also this transformation is part of our work. We changed the brand together with our client. We changed the brief with our client. So we worked with them. It's a Dutch company, but they are working a lot in Italy, starting from Florence and then in Bologna and now in Rome, thinking on a modern and contemporary hub that could be really open to the city, really open to the community. So at the end, our projects are for people, and we could say that the community, for example, the student community, need to have the opportunity to change the layout of the space every day. And this is absolutely part of our work. So then I will go very quickly to the second pillar. The flexibility of the space, as I was saying before, started maybe in our apartment, in our house. So we think that this kind of transformation now is really normal, of course, and also in the past. But if we think on a student housing, for example, as this one that we are carry on in Milan, we think that, again, people, young people, they are more clever than us. I mean, more than me. I am an old guy. So I think that the use of the space will change a lot because of people, because of the community, and because of the new together, or the togetherness. The idea to share the space, to work, live, eat, meet in the same space at the same time with a lot of people, this is the community. This is the concept of the community we have in our mind. And lastly, we started working, and this is the first time for our office, on new school. And again, I've tried to change my mind, because I have two kids, and I think that the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha, they will change the world, of course. But now we are working for new schools in Italy, and we think that the school is changed, of course, but must be completely different. So maybe they will become student place instead of school. School, in my mind, are, yes, of course, rooms, seats, table, but we need also for very young people and kids space for their sociality, so space for this kind of community. And then the use of technology and digital devices changed a lot the use of the space. If we think on the offices or workspaces, everything is changed again. And in my opinion, this is, again, a big opportunity for all of us to rethink the space where we work or where we study. They are already changed, also because maybe sometimes it's really important to understand that a place will change during the day or during the night, the use of the space will change during the day or during the night very quickly. So again, hybrid spaces are very important for us. Also in the F&B space, for example, I think that all of you have worked a lot in restaurant or in the gas station along the motorways. Now it's completely normal. So at the end, and I will go very quickly to the end, I think that the architects and the space makers start a project, start dreaming for a project. So dream is really important for us. Design is really important for us, but at the end we need to deliver this project to our client. We need to live the project to the people, to the community, to the new together. So I think that at the end, agility could be the new paradigm, in Italian, paradigm in English, because we really need to rethink our work, and our project could be a starting point for the new together, a starting point for a community. So then I think that we have a video. When we deliver a project to our client, we call a company to have a video, a very simple video, to show us how they use the space. And I think that this could be the paradigm for all the space makers, all the architects, to understand their work. Thank you very much. Thank you.